So I decided to get a Tushy bidet. This is something I've wanted to add to the house, and I thought it'd be interesting to do a video on it, the installation process, and seeing if I thought it was complicated or easy. I have no plumbing experience, so I am technically the average user of, hey, I just want to set this up in my home, doing this for the first time. So I'll take you along for the ride and we'll see if this makes the Tushy happy. So here is the Tushy box and everything this comes with. You've got the Tushy, which is gonna sit down on the seat like so. You've got your nozzles for warm water, spray angle, and amount of pressure. You've got the actual bidet portion that comes out and gives it a rip, and then screws into the seats. So other than that, down here we have instructional manual, some bamboo toilet paper, which I'm sure feels awesome, but is probably very expensive. I don't know. Okay, some instruction manuals, and then bolts, pieces, and hoses that are hot water and cold water from your bidet to your plumbing. All right, let's get into it. So we are in the bathroom. Ta-da! To install our beautiful bidet. And from Tushy, I am going to just read the instructions and do this one step at a time. I'm going to show you how it is. So, you know, some people don't like to read instructions, but I do. All right, step one, getting this potty started. Always funny with the puns. We are going to turn off water valves. Pretty simple. Turn off the warm water valve, and we are going to turn off the water valve to the toilet clockwise, or whatever direction clockwise is for you. Let's do it. Bing. Both water valves are off. Let's see what the next step is. Empty the toilet tank. Flush your toilet to drain the tank. Hold down the flusher until the tank empties completely. That is a sweet sound. Refill. Step 3, remove toilet seat. Basically, there's 2 bolts at the back of the toilet here. They usually have caps on them. I am going to show you that process. Just going to use one of these. So we got one screw out. I hate touching toilets. It grosses me out, but second bolt is out. What is the next step? Hey, remove seat. Now is a perfect time to clean your toilet, which I think I'm gonna do now, because this thing is coming off for the first time in a few years, and it is gross. Whoops. Those are the bolts. Toilet seat is off. I'm gonna go clean this. Just clean the toilet seat in the sink. I'm using vinegar and baking soda. Natural cleaner. Cleaning toilets sucks. Let's talk about it. This is my TED Talk. I can't wait for the robots to take over so we can have toilet cleaning maids. Yay! All right, so now on to connecting your Tushy. We've got a seatless toilet behind me, a clean seatless toilet behind me, and we are now going to do steps 4, 5, and 6, and 7. Step 4, connect to cool water. Connect to the cool part of the water. From the toilet tank, disconnect the existing flexible hose from your toilet tank by turning clockwise. Be prepared to catch or wipe up some residual water that might spill on the floor. Probably a good tip. I might want to grab a towel. Screw the provided flexible braided hose to the mega adapter side connection. Use a wrench to tighten if necessary, but remember, don't over tighten. I got strong hands, massage therapist, so I think we'll be fine tightening these screws. Don't over tighten. Okay, screwing the tank, so there may be some residual water. Screw the provided flexible braided hose with the mega adapter connection. Use a wrench to over tighten, not over tighten. We've got the cool braided line here. Takes a little bit of time to unscrew the windies, right? The windies into the smaller of the screws. Fits perfectly, right? All right. Your line for your plumbing line is going to go in here, and then this is going to go into the tank line. All right, so as you can see, this is the line out to the bidet, and then this bottom line is to the wall where the water flows. Now, these are connected, correct? Now, we need to get under here and connect this. Okay, so I'm going to screw this in and we'll get right back to you, okay? All right, as you can see, this is now the full setup here. Now this line that we just have floating is going to go into the bidet. Dogs are going crazy. My mom's home. Connect to warm water. This is our next step, okay? All right, so this part is pretty easy once you get over the fact that you're underneath the sink and it's just uncomfortable because you don't have a lot of space. This is going to screw onto here, and then that hose that's dangling goes into here, and then we will feed this line into the bidet. Okay, so I'm going to screw this in. I can't do it on camera, but screwing here and then screwing that loose in there. Okay, so you have that all connected. You're going to have a very, very long hose for your water, your hot water. Okay, now in my own cabinet here, I don't have a hole on this wall, which is to the toilet. What I need to do is drill a very small hole, maybe at the bottom here. If you don't want to drill, you could just leave this out here. But for me, I've got a cabinet. I'm just going to drill a very small hole into the side here so that it can go into the bidet on the other side. Thinking a 3/8 is going to be the hole we need. Pretty decent size hole. So we got our toilet seat and bidet. Bidet goes down first. Okay, where the holes are. Then you're gonna line up your toilet seats. Attaching it now, it's a little bit like lifted on the where the Tushy is sitting under the seat. I don't think that's a problem. We're gonna just put the screws through. Tushy is installed. Now this is the big moment. We are going to check for leaks. We are going to turn on water for both sides and see how this is. So turn on nice and slow. Flushing toilet. Now it's time to see what this thing is all about. I'll let you know. We're gonna do a spray test, but I'm gonna get you out of here and I'll let you know how this is. Woo. Little cold, little cold. That's nice. Wow, that is an aggressive spray. Like, I am at half. I can't imagine that somebody would do more than that. All right, I'm back, and my Tushy is cleaner than ever. Works great, pretty awesome. I tried all the features, which is nozzle adjustment, warm to cool. Everything worked fine. So definitely something to experiment and try out, but overall an easy process. You know, I just had to drill a hole through the side of my cabinet to get the hot water line in. I definitely think you know, considerations are like, it's like a sink. You know, when you turn on a sink, at first the water's cold, right? So I think like the warm water, depending how far your sink is to your water heater, you may have to run the hot water to your sink before you go blasting your beehole with some pretty cold water, right? But you run your sink a little bit, get the hot water flowing to this room, then you go to use that warm bidet and it'll be much warmer water. So that's just a kind of pro tip off the jump. Make sure to run your sink before you run it to your beehole. So I hope this helped anybody out there make a decision. I'm not affiliated with Tushy. I just like doing stuff, DIY, figuring things out. I watched a little video of the company do this and I was like, you know what? I'll make my own little how-to to show anybody can do this. So if you're new to my channel, please follow, like, subscribe, all that business. It helps be seen on the algorithm. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next one. So my mom came home. She wants to see a demo. She doesn't know how to use a bidet, so I figure, you know what, that's a good idea, because she tried to do a demo and sprayed the wall. So I'm twice. So she needs a demo. What I'm gonna do is hold my hand over the toilet like your bum and let the water hit my hand. So let's check out a demo. Why be shy about it? Huh? Why be shy? We got our creepy rat back there. Okay, so we've got your bum here. So you have position spray, so this moves the nozzle back or forward depending where your beehole is. Then you've got hot to cool here, your middle nozzle, hot to cool, we'll keep it on warm. And then you have your bum spray pressure, from most pressure to off. I will say, when I sat down on here, I didn't take it over a 5 or a 6. If there's 10 markers on here, I mean, halfway is a pretty strong stream. So yeah, I wouldn't take this all the way. You'd be in for quite the surprise. To the moon. So Okay, we got the arm, we got the pressure nozzle. You start it, it's going to push water down. That's the cleaning feature. But then when you engage to about a 3 or 4 o'clock position, now we've got the spray. And it went, right? It's spraying my hand. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, there it is. This thing gets, I mean, this put a hole in you if you brought it all the way. But it's pretty warm actually. Now the water, the hot water has gone through the line. I suggested if you want warm water here, you need to start warm water on your sink and get the line in there. So that is the demo. Warm water, cool water, pressure up, pressure back, and off. That is it.